I hit go live. Okay, we went live.
We are
We're
live,
live.
sir.
All right. So, yeah, we put the fun in dysfunction. And there you go. So, the family that's dysfunctional together sticks together
Hmm.
in jail. So, Stu,
Yes, sir.
how you doing? I haven't seen you in a couple weeks because I was somewhere last
I
week.
know. I know. I reviewed our last podcasts and put them up on the audio platforms so people can listen to them. And I have to say, Jim, I was just kind of chilling out in my car for a ride, and I listened to our podcast, and I thought you did very well. It was
Well,
a
thank you.
really good show, and especially the one when we had Mailbox Power on there. That one
Hmm.
was that one was educational.
So, absolutely. In fact, you sent me an email. We made it into the top 15 of copywriting podcasts,
Yes.
apparently. um, which means that we need to start that's giving me a challenge. What's up, Robert Quebeca, chocolate covered leadership?
Got to get up to number
Um,
one.
yeah, that's like throwing down the gauntlet because I was looking at some of the others and I'm like, man, these are chuckleheads. So it's time for us to get serious, Stu,
All right.
about that.
Yeah. Maybe we should
Um,
start preparing each show. What do you think?
I'm prepared.
Well, I know you are,
I
but
put some thought. Yeah, we're prepared because I
we.
we had a briefing before the show started, didn't
Oh
we? We had a
yes. Yeah.
briefing. Yeah.
That was quick.
Okay,
Won't
but
lie.
hey, quick is good. At least it is for me. I mean, if quick's not good for you, Stu, I'm sorry.
I'm good. I'm
But
yeah.
quick works for me, always has. Um,
All right.
but hey, I just got back from the IMC, Stu, and you always like it when I get back from anywhere I go because I come back with all sorts of new ideas and insights, don't you?
Yeah, I always do. I think there's some fun lessons learned and inspiration gained from those
Yeah.
events. And I think if you don't discuss them and write them down, they can be easily lost
Mm-hmm.
in trying to add them into your plan of the day.
100%.
Because I
And
can't tell you how many times that has happened to me. You go to a great conference, you meet some great people, and get inspired to come back, and you just start on Monday like, hmm,
right.
it's the same old Monday.
Right. Same old, same old.
Yeah.
Same old, Stu. So you're absolutely right. And I had some insights that I want to share, Stu.
Okay.
There's a few. All right. Number one is being adaptable. Um, ask your customers, ask your customers, internal versus external marketing. Okay, so that's probably enough, and you can't read that, but I'll remember what that is. So, being adaptable. It was interesting, Stu, because we about a week before we were going to go to IMC, we didn't have the schedule. We didn't know when the break times were going to be, when the opportunities were going to be for us to be able to teach in the hallway. Um, and we were going in with less prep than I'm even me, is comfortable with. And so when we got up to like Thursday and we were leaving on Saturday, I just kind of made the call that the best thing to do would be just to send out emails and tell everybody to stop by the booth to get the times and when we were doing the training and stop by and say hi. So it was interesting because when we got there, we left at like 3 in the morning on Saturday. I was supposed to speak at 4 in the afternoon on Saturday. So, getting up at dark 30 and then being on at 4. So normally I spend plane time as prep time, but I said, you know what? I think I better sleep on the plane. I think no matter because I'm not going to get a chance for a nap. And so I'm just going to prep time. My best prep time I could do would be to get some sleep so I could think on my feet. Does that
That
make
is a
sense?
wise decision. Wise
Have
decision.
have you ever done that?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like took a nap or slept instead of
Beating your head against a computer?
prepped. Yeah, or studied, you
Right.
know? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So if I've got enough sleep, my BS ability goes way up. So, and never let a good line of BS, be outdone by thorough preparation. I could tell you.
Mm,
So anyway, we got there and we thought we were going to be talking about one thing, and then we're told we weren't talking about that. So then I had to redo what I was going to do. And this whole time I start whittling down my slides until finally, when about an hour before we were going to talk, we realized that we had to talk about something completely different.
damn.
So I had no slides except the slides to do the pitch. So we roll in there. I get up on stage. I mean, I knew kind of what I wanted to talk about, but part of what was going on is the guy who spoke before us for 3 hours, a guy named Tim Novak, who's really sharp, good dude. He was just teaching the crap out of everybody and doing a great job. And I I was constantly changing what I wanted to do until finally I said, "Hey, let me just show you how to implement what Tim did with our AI tools."
Smart.
And it was like perfect. Like we couldn't have planned it better. So it was almost like the universe was like, "Not, you're not going to do that. You're not going to
Don't
do that. You're
plan.
not going to do that because your plan is going to appear in like 10 minutes before you talk." It was kind of woo woo woo.
That's
So
cool.
in fact, even when I was sitting in the back of the class, there were like I'd say there were 200 people in there. Um, I actually modified one of the genies to add something that he said your speech should have, something that should have been in it. And I modified the
No.
presentation constructor genie to have that. So, um, got up on stage, demoed creating an entire presentation with the presentation constructor genie, creating all the slides, creating all the marketing material. And then he said, your talk's always got to have, a single good opening hook, something besides, "Hey, we're live." And so I created a genie wish to go with the presentation constructor to have it create 6 different opening hooks you could choose from. And the crowd
Nice.
went wild. But another thing happened in that same presentation that was kind of a, "Hey, dummy," to me. And while I was on stage, I asked everybody, and these were the executive club people. So these are like the biggest movers and shakers allegedly at IMC. I mean, I think they are. I mean, they got a bunch of different things that people do, but these are the top tier people. And I asked, how many of you are already members of Copy and Content? And I'm expecting maybe 20% of the room. Well, dude, half the hands go up.
Damn.
So I'm like, okay, well, this just switched from a sales presentation to a customer
Re-
appreciation event. For real. I mean, that's
Yeah.
literally went through my mind. I said, okay, well, cool. I want y'all to know that everything I'm going to show today, everything that you're going to hear about when I make an offer, because I'm going to make an offer, you already get. So all this stuff
Nice.
you get. So that I've learned, because I don't want them to buy twice. So then this is where the learning came in. I asked, how many of you have seen the easy button? Because I'm thinking, man, the easy button, coolest thing to happen to AI since,
AI.
AI. And so, dude, like 3 people raised their hand.
Wow.
And I'm like, what? And then, okay, and of you who've seen the easy button, how many of you've seen the dictate feature that we added to the easy button? Like 2 hands went up. And I'm like,
Wow.
okay, instantly. And I think I even verbalized this. I said, wow, I'm not a very good internal marketer, am I? And everybody laughed, but it was serious because one of the coolest things we've done in a year, nobody inside knows about. And then
Wow.
after I got done with the presentation, I had no fewer than a half a dozen people come up to me and say, "Hey, I love your software. I love what you're doing, but I was going to cancel my renewal because I'm just not using it. But I need you to contact Susan right now and tell her that I don't want to cancel."
Damn.
and it was, I mean, and it was significant. There were a bunch of people who said, hey, I had it when you first came out, I had trouble, but now I want to join again. I want to do this. Is amazing. I want to do this again. And that showed me that it's kind of like when we say, is it easier to get a new customer, or is it easier to sell an existing customer something else? Which one?
Existing customers. Yes.
100%. But I will admit that we've kind of just been on this quest to get, new people in, new people in, new people in, new people in. And we've been adding tons of value for people who are already in, but I have not done as good a job as I could of keeping people up to date on what we've been adding and what we've been doing. So that was a comeuppance for me.
Yeah. And there's so many ways you could educate them.
Uh-huh.
You just got to get them to either open an email or go to the mailbox.
Or, I would no, for real. I was
Yes.
thinking that, the ultimate retention strategy, if you know how many people are, how long people are staying and what they're doing, and if, let's say you had 5,000 people in your membership site and each one of them was paying you $100 a month. Okay, that's $500,000, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, what if you could get them to stay one more month? That's another $500,000. So 5,000 people, assuming they're all in the US, and just bear with me with the math. Would you spend $5,000 to send a postcard to each one of your existing customers to alert them to, like, if you haven't been in the site in a while, you got to check out the new easy button. Do in 30 seconds what used to take 30 minutes. You won't
Mm,
believe it. Scan the QR code. Would you spend 5,000 bucks to make
yeah.
500,000? I mean, dude, if you wouldn't do that every single month, you're an idiot.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is that it's not just about getting new customers, it's keeping the customers you got and keeping the customers you got happy. And yeah, you got to have the value ladder and all the other stuff, but at a minimum, you got to let them know what the hell you got and why they should keep paying attention.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
I'm
you're coming up with new stuff all the time. It'd be like me creating a new book or ebook every week,
Yes.
you know, and yeah, we got to get the word out. That
And
is
at 100%.
exactly what you have to do. Yep.
And part of it is like, okay, well, maybe I should slow down, but no, not really, because part of the thing is the AI stuff's moving so fast. You just got to keep going. I will
Yeah.
tell you, and this is a little tease. I'm not gonna. All I'm gonna say, and this is not hyperbole, because I told you about this on Sunday. I'm like, dude, can you talk? Um, and we have something coming that in this space no one else has. Something that will be so mind blowing that you'll look at it and your mouth will drop, and you, honest to God, won't even know what to say when you see it. But it's going to revolutionize this whole thing.
Mm,
And that's all I'm going to say. But it hand on a Bible, absolutely true.
I know. It's
So
hard for me
that
to keep my mouth shut, Jim. I won't lie.
no, it's not. You're great. You've had like top secret security clearances and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
but
the
this
one
is
who can't
exciting.
shut the
This
I'm
is
the one who can't
exciting.
shut the hell up.
This one's exciting. I won't lie.
Um so asking your customers asking your customers, this was another thing, where are the friction points? Where are you having an issue with what's going on? How can I reduce friction? And that's a big thing. That was a big theme at IMC, was reducing friction. And
Mm,
friction can be time, friction can be effort, it can be a requirement to have other tools, to have a whole bunch of previous knowledge and other stuff like that. If you can just chip away at different areas to reduce friction, then one day it's just going to take off like a greased shoe.
nice.
So great example, like with the, what's the great thing about copying content? What was the great thing about content marketing scripts for that? Gives you a great result, gives you what you would have written yourself, only faster. What was the negative? You had to fill out the form. That was the Achilles heel of the whole thing. And it's like, yeah, but 10 minutes fill out the form to get something that would take me 3 hours to do otherwise. Yeah, I still got to take 10 minutes to fill out the form, and I'd really rather go watch cute cat videos. So then we came up with the easy button. And then it's like, wow, the easy button fills out the form for me, and then I can just dial it in. But you know what, Jim? I still got to fill out the easy button. So then we added the dictate button. So literally now you can talk to the stuff like you were talking to a friend over a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. And I thought I couldn't make it any easier, but Stu,
I
I'm
know.
gonna make it easier, and you're gonna see as soon as it's ready, we're gonna have a world release thing. I know it's hard to believe. How could you make it even easier than talking into the easy button? But we have. Um, so that's pretty amazing. So asking your customers though, and this is something I have trouble doing, shutting the hell up and actually listening. So I had a really good insight that I want to share with everybody that I originally was not going to share because I'm like, this is too good, and but I'm like, screw it. All right, I'll tell you. So I was sitting there. If you ever have the opportunity to sell face to face to potential customers, you need to take it, because one of the reasons we go to IMC every year is to be able to stand belly to belly with our customers and be forced to sell them one on one, be able to look them in the eye, see their reactions, and have to adapt. Um, and my approach in the sales copy and other stuff, hey, if you're struggling with this, if you're struggling with this, we can help you. That's been the whole theme. And so I'm sitting there talking to somebody and I'm like, hey, what are you struggling with? And they're like, I'm not struggling with nothing. What? I'm not struggling with anything. Yeah, they've already told me, hey, I'm spending a lot of time on this. And I said, okay, well, what are you spending a lot of time on that you wish you weren't? And what do you have no time for that you wish you did? And as soon as I said that, it was like I was their therapist. I mean, they're gushing to me on everything. Okay. So Jim's slow and stupid though. So sell that person, move on to the next person, shows up. Hey, what are you struggling with? I ain't struggling. I'm still not catching on, Stu. Maybe it was from the early flight. I don't know. So it's like, yeah, what are you not able to do? I can do everything. Okay. Well, what do you spend a bunch of time on you wish you weren't? Or what do you wish you could be doing that you don't have any time for? Again, start opens up the floodgates. Tell me. Jim's still stupid. Okay. Sell that person, next person comes along. Same thing. What are you struggling with? So about the fifth person, I'm like, hey, instead of asking this person what they're struggling with, let me open with, what are you spending time on
Yeah.
that you wish you weren't? And what do you not have time for that you wish you did? Well, all of a sudden we're old buddies. And every time I take that approach, people are buying, they're trying, they're signing up. And what I realize is that if somebody's already engaged in the process, at least for what we're doing, focus on how you can save them time and help them to avoid effort. If somebody's at the beginning of the process and they don't know what the hell they're doing, so understand, my buddy Greg Caesar used to talk about where are they in the buying cycle. And there's a start and there's an end. And then there's somewhere in the middle. In the middle, you talk about time and resources. At the beginning, when I was talking about a plan and support, everybody wants the same end goal. Well, some people at the start don't even know what the end run goal is, so you got to help them figure out the goal. But people that are at the start, if you're talking about the plan, the support, and the tools and the education, now you got their attention. If somebody's already pushed off from the beach and they're trying to make it, back to dry land or whatever, or I was just thinking about Castaway, where he out in the middle of the ocean, all he cares about is how can you get me faster to where I want to go.
Hmm.
Faster, less effort with the resources that I have. That was a very interesting distinction that you might be sitting there thinking, wow, that's pretty obvious, Jim. Yeah, it only took me 2 days and 100 people talking to them to figure that stuff out, Stu.
Yeah.
So that was a big insight that I had. No, and the biggest thing is, even if somebody's struggling, most adults don't want to admit that they are struggling to a stranger.
Well, also, they don't even consider it struggling. This is just part of their day, right?
Great
They've
point.
kind of glossed over what struggle is because that's what they live every day. And yeah, I'm not struggling. This is just me working. It's my responsibility to get this done. I get it done.
Yeah,
But what am I spending most time on that I wish I
100%,
wasn't? Great
100%,
question. Great question.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Um, so what are you spending time on that you wish you weren't? Another way I said it, what's stealing your time all day and keeping you from doing what you'd really like to do? And then the second question is, what do you not even have time for that you wish you did? Like, what's the marketing and promotion stuff that you should be doing, but there's just not time to do? And then the other thing that was interesting is I had a number of people come up to me basically to like throw down the gauntlet. I mean, they walk up and they're like, I'm a chat GPT expert. I'm like, whoa. And one dude that did he meant it. And I'm like, okay, cool. So you use chat GPT every day, every day, every day. I do it for everything. And he starts listening to ebooks and this and that. And contrary to my nature, Stu, I stood there and let the man talk as opposed to my usual wanting to, but. And I said, so you use ChatGPT every day, huh? Yeah. I said, me too. And he's like, what? I said, yeah, I use ChatGPT every day, man. I want to do something quick or I want to make a picture or something like that. Yeah, absolutely. Use it every day. Well, then what does your tool do? How's it better than ChatGPT? I said, well, what are you spending time on that you
Nice.
wish you weren't? He's, well, and then he starts. So I said, well, the great thing about ChatGPT is it remembers what you talked about a bunch of conversations ago, right? Oh, yeah. One of the bad things about ChatGPT is it remembers stuff you talked about conversations ago. He's like, yeah. And I said, and have you ever noticed the longer you go with having a conversation with ChatGPT, it starts to lose its mind. It's like a 5-year-old snorting a pixie stick down in a 6-pack of Jolt Cola and trying to go to sleep on Halloween night. And he's like, yeah, it loses its mind. I said, well, the cool thing about our software is that you get to define your avatar, as many customers as you want, as many user profiles as you want, as many offers as you want, and then you can plug them into our genies and they help you get a very consistent result without having to unlearn stuff, and you're able to keep everything really consistent. Let me show you. And then they're hooked. They're like, okay. And so I lead them over. And then the cool thing is, you talk about a dramatic demonstration. I had these little, I don't have them over here, I guess they're over at the house, but I bought this little $15 microphone set that I had plugged into my laptop, and I handed them this little microphone, no bigger than your pinky, dude. I hand them the microphone and I said, okay, just pretend like, I said, you like coffee? And their answer is either yes or no. I said, well, if they like coffee, I love coffee, man. I just love it. And I said, imagine if you could create an entire presentation on 1 cup of coffee. No way. Get out of here. I mean, I'm like, yeah, absolutely. In fact, you're going to create a presentation right here using the easy button. So, and I would hand them the thing. Well, I'm going to demo it here in just a second because I want to show you a cool thing. I just redid the explainer video script. Dude, you're going to crap yourself. It's
Mm,
amazing.
mm.
So I hand them the script and I'm like, tell me about yourself. Tell me about your presentation. Tell me about your product. Tell me about your audience. Talk for a couple minutes. Then we whack the easy button, fills everything in. And then I generate their presentation slides and stuff right there, download them. And then this is where I had kind of a little bit of an inspiration. I had my PowerPoint mic or my PowerPoint clicker, and I handed them the PowerPoint clicker, put their presentation up on the screen, and then had them start presenting from the slides I had just made for them. And that, you talk about a close, dude.
Nice.
And so that was cool. That was how I learned to deal with people from, you know, who are, I'm a ChatGPT expert. I'm like, I love ChatGPT. I use it every day. Whereas 2 years ago, I really struggled with that. You remember we talked about, I use ChatGPT. Fine, we're better than ChatGPT. ChatGPT kind of sucks. You know, that's not smart.
Hey,
If
we're all
somebody,
evolving in this, Jim.
yeah.
We're all evolving.
But if somebody tells you they like something, don't tell them it sucks. Tell them, hey, I like it too.
Yeah.
Except for the except for
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Except for it's stupid.
Yeah. Well, you do know, Stu, there's no such thing as a stupid question, right?
No, that
Just
is wrong.
stupid people asking questions. But
Yes.
anyway,
Yes.
um, so that was something else cool. So I really, for those of you who have not seen the easy button yet, okay, go ahead, push my, and Nancy made us some amazing swag. And I'm
Push
give a
my
shout
button.
out. Yeah. And then I got my t-shirt on underneath that says,
Same thing.
yeah, well, you know, consistency, bro.
Yes. Okay.
So, um, public shout out to Susan for giving us amazing support while we were at IMC. She was helping everybody get signed up, re-signed up, helping get accounts straight. She worked way above and beyond. And big shout out to Nancy for getting us some amazing swag because we really stood out. And I can't tell you how many people thought they were the first person to think that they could walk up to me with their finger and go, I'm pushing your button. What happens? And it's like, anyway.
Yeah, you did it to yourself.
Yeah, there you go. So anyway, um, I want to show you what we did with the Super Explainer video because I mean I pimped that thing out and I want you to see it. And I want to demo the easy button and stuff. So you cool with that? Can
Yeah,
we do that?
let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. So we're gonna present screen. All right. So here we go. Now I wish I could hand you that little microphone and have you be able to talk into it. But this is a Super Explainer video script, and this is the easy button for those of you who haven't seen the easy button yet. And along with the easy button, we have the dictate function, so you can just dictate straight into the thing. And so, Stu, tell me, pretend like you're transcribing the thing in there, and tell me a video you'd like to make, a topic of it, and what you'd want to promote at the end.
Okay. I would like to make a video about
I would like to make a video about
how the brain works
how the brain works
when stressed.
when stressed.
We have a thinking part of the brain we
We
call
have a thinking
cognitive.
part of the brain called cognitive.
We have the sensation part of the brain.
We have the sensation part of the brain called,
I'm blanking. Just go with that for now. We have the reptilian part of the brain
we have the reptilian part of the brain.
that is responsible
We
for
have the reptilian part of the brain that is responsible for
the four F's.
the four F's, which are feeding, fighting, foraging, and procreation.
Yes. Love that. Love that saying. And we have the conative part of the brain,
And we have the
which,
cognitive part of the brain, which
nope, not cognitive, conative. Conative.
conative part of the brain,
Which helps us override
which
what
has
we're
helped us
thinking
override
and feeling
thinking and feeling
and enables us to start doing.
and enables us to start doing.
We
At the end
are.
of the video, I want to promote my Never Quit Mindset course. Let me fit
Yes.
that. Let me fix that conative. Um, okay. Sorry I cut you off there. I wanted to get that straight though. And what else do you
Uh,
want to say in there?
that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
We're building mental toughness and a never quit mindset.
Okay. Specifically, we are building mental toughness and a never quit mindset. This video is particularly targeting the audience of
Anybody who has a goal
anybody who has a goal
and they want to
and they
accomplish
want
it.
to accomplish it. Okay. So I'm going to hit the easy button and it filled out this, but I'm going to show you a little trick, and we're going to talk about this on genie hacking as well. Um, who's our avatar? Individuals pursuing personal and professional goals. Understand how stress affects your ability to achieve goals. Never quit mindset course, online course. So one of the things that we can do, we can go with it just talking about this, how the brain works when stressed, and it'll talk about it. However, one of the things I'm finding is that a lot of times what I've put up here is exactly what I want to put in the thing. So I'm finding that sometimes I'll just go with what it goes here when we're doing topics, and like this also it applies to uh, the super blog post genie. But what I'm going to suggest is that we copy this and we just put what you said in here and we make
Oh, okay.
that the topic. Okay.
Got it. That's smart.
So answer link. Now this is where I've made some really good uh, changes. We can do very short, short, medium, long, and extended. And these are really dialed in now as opposed to just kind of relative.
Hmm.
What do you think? Very short's going to be like
A minute.
15 to 20, like 15 to
Oh,
20
damn.
seconds. So medium is going to be up around a minute, minute and a half. You want
Oh,
to do
okay.
that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So angle of your answer, you want to do how to, interesting, personal, serious, trendy, urgent. What do you think?
How to?
Okay. And then basic writing style, the usual ones. What do you want to do? Entrepreneur? You want to do good housekeeping?
Psychology?
It's like,
Got psychology in there?
no, but I can add it later. I'll put it in there.
Yeah. It's
So,
usually in there.
yeah.
Like I usually see a psychology in there. But yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
All
Entrepreneur is
right.
fine.
So we'll talk directly to them. Second person. Disc, we'll do CS, famous copywriter. Let's do Gary Halbert. So, all right. I got a,
Too big?
it's too big, but you know what? Give me one sec because I'm going to fix this. I'm going to save, call this do never quit. And like I said, I was fiddling around with this thing, so I'm gonna fix that right now. Just give me one quick sec. All right, load. All right, here we go. And by the way, you can load your offer. You can load your avatar and load your offer, and then that puppy's like basically ready to rock.
Nice.
So let's do the famous copywriter one and see what it comes up with. All right, so it even gives you instructions on this thing. Hey there, feeling stressed? Let's cut through the noise and get real about how stress messes with your brain. Yes, your brain. First, there's the cognitive part. That's where your thinking happens. But guess what? Stress puts it on lockdown. Your ability to focus, make decisions, and plan, poof, gone. Next up,
Yeah.
say hello to the reptilian brain. It's
Hmm.
the real primitive one. It's got one job, keep you alive. When you're stressed, it kicks in, yelling about feeding, fighting, foraging, and procreation. It doesn't care about your goals. It just wants to survive. If your mind is racing with worries, you can forget about chasing dreams. What about the cognitive part? This is where action lives. But stress weighs it down like a brick. You must take action to achieve your goals, right? Stress
Yeah.
makes you freeze instead. You're fighting a powerful enemy, but here's the kicker: you don't have to suffer. We've crafted a solution just for you, the Never Quit Mindset course. Build the mental toughness to push through stress and take action on your goals. This isn't just a course, it's your game changer. Don't let stress hold you back. Hit the link below and unlock your Never Quit Mindset today. Created by a Navy SEAL who's trained thousands to accomplish more than they ever dreamed possible. Boom! Hey, that's pretty good, right?
That's excellent.
So, but
Damn.
wait, Stu, there's more because it'll write hooks and it'll even make suggestions for images to go with your explainer video.
Mm.
Now, the cool thing though is that this thing's given, okay, it's got your scenes and transitions and stuff. All right. But now one of the things that you can do is these prompts. Now that we have stuff like Sora and other stuff. Let me pull this up. This is another reason why I pay for ChatGPT. But I'm going to put this in. And now you can create different stuff to go with what you're doing. So, in other words, not only will it come up with the script, but this will give you prompts to help you come up with either videos you could add to the script and or images you could add to the script and create with AI. So
Mm.
that's pretty cool. Um, don't you think?
Yes.
So
Incredible.
anyway, and we'll let that cook for a second, but just imagine being able to go through and you're like boom, 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 boom. So um what else?
Man,
I
Jim,
mean, it's
that was excellent.
you want to do another one? Let's do like a super short one just to show you the difference.
Okay.
Like to see how fast you could get it across. Okay. So let's do very short. Now that's going to do between 30 and 60 words. So we'll do the basic writing style. All right. So ever wonder how stress messes with your brain? When you're aiming for a goal, stress activates your cognitive part, impacting focus and decision making. Your reptilian brain kicks in, triggering fight or flight responses, while the cognitive part helps you push through despite feelings. To conquer stress and stay resilient, join my Never Quit Mindset course and build your mental toughness today. So, dude, it took that whole thing and knocked it down to, would that take 20 seconds? So maybe you're
Ah, man.
like, that's pretty quick. But let's see what Gary would do.
Dang, man. That was really
Um,
good, Jim.
in that really short thing. Hey there, do you know stress hijacks your brain? It's true. When you're stressed, your thinking goes haywire. The fight or flight part kicks in, making you freak out instead of focus. It's all about survival, not about achieving your goals. But you don't have to stay stuck. You can tap into the power of your mind and build mental toughness. Ready to conquer your goals? Join my Never Quit Mindset course now. Click the link to unleash the unstoppable. You don't wait. Your goals are waiting. That was okay, but
Ah, yeah, yeah.
that's kind of thing, a little bit of edit and stuff like that. You got a powerful little thing. It's like bit, 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 bam.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of time for me it's just like to create that, it's like how am I going to start this?
Right.
Right? And that's usually my biggest hurdle, you know. Now I get, you know, I see it, now I just have to make some edits and I'm like this is exactly what I wanted to say. I mean it just took, I mean, everything that I write about that topic
Uh-huh.
and put it in there without even me saying it in the easy button.
So I just
You
had an
know,
idea
fight
to
or
be kind
flight.
of
We didn't say fight or flight mode. We didn't say,
uh-uh.
uh, you know, anything, you know, like stress override your creative side. You know, I write about that, and it is just that was incredible. So no, man,
So
that's
let's do something about what we're talking about. I wasn't doing a good job talking about the easy button or even introducing the easy button. Let's make a quick explainer video about the easy button. We can do that. Hey,
yeah.
we could do that real quick, Stu. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. And then
I didn't.
Robert asked, go ahead.
I didn't even know it had a um dictate button to it.
You didn't?
And I've used no, I mean as of last week,
Right.
and I used it probably 3 times before our last podcast, and never saw the dictate button.
Absolutely. That's my fault. So let's do this. And Robert said, would you record yourself in the video or just use AI videos and images? I think probably a combination of the two. Um, so I'm gonna do this real quick. I need to explain to my audience about the new EZ button and how it makes talking to the genies super easy, especially with the dictate function. And particularly now, you're not limited by how fast you can type or how you have to spend 30 minutes filling out the form. This enables you to pretend like you're talking to a friend over a cup of coffee. And we're all capable of being able to explain who we are, what we do, what we have to offer, and who we help. And by being able to approach it from that angle, we can get even more amazing results from the genies. So the call to action is log in and try one of the genies that has the easy button and see how much faster you can get the goodness out of CopyandContent.AI. All right, so that's like, and it's kind of like my Mark Twain moment. I didn't have time to write you a short letter, so I wrote you a long one. So and that's like enabling faster and more natural interactions, because that's how I talk. And that's the other thing that I'm getting a little tired of. Everybody's trying to like make AI sound like them. There's a faster, better thing you could do. And that's part of what's amazing that we're going to be coming out with. All right, so we're just gonna hit, so answer link, we'll start with very short. We'll do how to, I like BuzzFeed, and second person reading level. Some of these were, anyway, we'll do CS and we'll do Gary. I'm on a Gary kick right now. Okay, so we're gonna do this one and we'll do this one. All right. Hey there, tired of struggling to explain your business? The new easy button is here. It makes chatting with genies as easy as sipping coffee with a friend. No more typing slow or sweating over the forms. Just dictate and boom, you're clear on who you are and what you offer. Ready to speed things up? Log in and try a genie with the easy button now. Get fast, natural interactions and watch your results soar. Click the link to see the easy button in action. That's not bad. It's kind of talking about stuff on,
I mean, it's information. That
Hey there,
is,
copy and contenters. Ever wish you could chat with the genies at CopyandContent.AI like you're chatting over a cup of coffee? With the new easy button, you can. Just dictate your thoughts. No more typing marathon or form filling nightmares. Log in now and see how this magic tool helps you explain who you are, what you do, who you help faster than ever. Try it today and unleash all the goodness. Dude, I'm going to record that right
no,
now.
let's do
I'm
it.
going to record that right now. Okay, so I'm going to I could download. That's that. I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comments whether that's good or not. But I'm telling you that is smoking. And we're gonna put that up on like the dashboard or something. All right, here we go. Am I lined up? I can't see. I can see my thing. I'm gonna read
Yep.
it off. Do I look okay in the shot?
Yeah. Yeah, they're
Okay.
good.
Am I by myself or are you in there too?
No, you're by yourself, but you have
Okay,
a
cool.
dirty blackboard behind you. Not sure
Okay,
if you want
so
that.
let's do that. Yeah, I got real good at cleaning blackboards in Catholic school, but for other reasons. Ready? Hey there, CopyandContent.AI subscribers. Ever wish you could chat with the genie at CopyandContent.AI like you're catching up over coffee? Well, with the new easy button, you can. Just dictate your thoughts. No more typing marathon. No more form filling nightmares. Just log in now and see how this magic tool helps you explain who you are, what you do, and who you help faster than ever. Try it today and unleash all the goodness the genies have to offer. Boom, dude, we're pulling that out and using that. That's some good little internal marketing stuff going on there, boy.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, put a little
So,
video of that easy button, arrows pointing here, here.
oh yeah, that's good.
You know,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little
yeah, yeah,
video
yeah,
behind you. Yeah,
yeah. We can have that done lickety split. Um, that's all I got, Stu.
yeah.
um,
That's really good, Jim. I'm glad you had a
there's
good
our
trip.
there's our little video that it made. One of the cool things that this will also do is it'll do images too. I didn't make that image. That's like stuff that
That's
they
funny.
did.
Yeah.
But
Jesus breakdancing.
yeah, I don't know how to make it do an image as opposed or oh, image. Duh. Um oh, and I guess I'm gonna put this thing back up there. Hang on. We're gonna show how we could let's have it give us some suggestions for images. Opening opening scene, image of a coffee shop with people chatting and enjoying their drinks. Overlay of text. Hey there on I mean I would change that, but let's see how fast it can do an image as opposed to a I've never messed around with this to do images. I've only done it for video because I just go straight into ChatGPT and tell it to make me an image. So
Nice.
I'll be curious to see how well it does. Um, but I think one of the other some other themes that came out of being down there and just thinking about business and thinking about what we're doing, if I could find my thing. Um, and this is something that Susan has been emphasizing for me too. Simplify. Instead of adding more options, see if you can make it more elegant by making it simpler. That's another big thing. And instead of having 100 different styles, maybe you just need three really just amazing solid ones instead of a whole bunch of gray areas and stuff. I think that's a big one. And then simplify and reduce friction. I mean, we're able to do stuff now. I used to say, I the only way I could make it easier is if I came to your house and filled out the form for you.
Hmm.
And I was joking. But now we have something that's even faster than that with that easy button. That, honest to God, a year ago, I couldn't have imagined that. And the only reason I was able to imagine it was actually a suggestion from somebody when I went to the Go High Level conference. When somebody was like, "Hey, you could do that." I'm like, "No way." They're like, "Yeah, you could."
Damn.
And that, and then the thing with the dictate button into the easy button, I was meeting with somebody else and I was showing her what we had, and I was showing her that plugin that we use. If you go to CopyandContent.AI /tools, there's a link to the plugin that we were
Oh
using
yeah.
before to do that.
Yeah.
She said, you could have a button on your thing if that's possible. I'm like, no way. And she's like, yeah, it's possible. So then I talked to the program. So, lately, just by getting out there and talking to, customers and, um, and acquaintances, business contacts and stuff like that, some of the best ideas I've had for making our stuff better has come from somebody's noggin other than my own. And,
Yeah.
and shutting up long enough to let somebody else share an idea. Just
Yeah.
kind of cool. Check this out, dude. It
Okay.
just made this. Hey there, entrepreneurs.
Hmm.
Those are good little pictures, man. And it looks to me like they all have the right number of fingers, even though this dude's trying to take her coffee. Easy, Chuckles. Talk about sharing a cup of coffee. You each get your own cup at Jim's coffee house. Oh, well. So I guess that's why it generates two. So that's all I got. Um, that's all I got. I think that's enough. So if you are not a member of CopyandContent.AI, you should be. And you can go to CopyandContent.AI and sign up right now and get access to all the cool stuff that we showed on the site. Stu, if they want to fix their mindset or they want to get in amazing physical shape, where should they go?
You will be able to find that at StuSmithFitness.com, sir.
When is your Never Quit
I
Mindset
am
course going to be
that.
done?
Well, the book is going to be done, I think, this weekend,
Nice.
right?
Okay.
And then from there, I'm going to use that as my kind of a template to make the course.
Okay.
So I figured I'm not good at making courses yet, but I'm really good at making books. So I figured I would go with my strength where it was flowing into making the books, and then once I have all that content, I'll be able to make the course with it.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you to reframe what you just said. You're really good at making courses. You just don't even realize it.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
And you're really good at answering questions and being patient and taking people from A to Z. So one way, and this is just unsolicited, whatever, but if you're worried about how could I turn the book into a course, just turn the book into a series of questions that you'll answer to take them through the 20% that'll get them 80% of the results, and
Right.
boil it down that way, and before you know it, it'll be over. And if you'd like a friend to interview you to create the course, I'm your friend and
True.
I would love to interview you. And I promise I'll shut up and let you be the star of the show.
Sounds like a
So
plan, Jim.
we'll have a reverse of my copywriting secrets audiobook.
Yeah.
There you go. Cool. All right. So, in all seriousness, though, y'all need to go check out StuSmithFitness.com. Stu Smith helped me go from fat and 40 to fit and 50. And
I like that one.
he's amazing. He'll get you straight. Sign up for don't buy anything except just sign up straight for his PT club. And if you're not a member of Copy Content, you should be. We got some amazing stuff coming. I'm telling you, when you see this next thing, it's going to blow your mind. Couple things that are coming down the road in a couple weeks. I'm going to be redoing the content for my copy. Well, I'm going to be creating content for my copy hacking secrets book. I'm going to be teaching it as a 3-day Lollapalooza event. We also are going to have the new version of WriteYourBook.ai is going to be launching shortly. Got a really cool webinar coming up with the Mailbox Power guys that you want to keep your eyes out for. That's going to be a real mind bender. And so lots happening, lots going on. So just pay attention to your email and what's going on in social media. Everybody, have a great day. Talk to you soon.